Do you think that your past experiences affect your current perspective and choices? I'm going to give you a spoiler, but definitely still listen to this whole episode. The answer is yes. What we've been through, what we've experienced, they by far shape who we are today and how we handle situations. So this episode is on trusting yourself, because what I want to focus on is in the past, if it's a good thing, it was a great experience, it definitely boosted your confidence and it made you feel able and willing and all the things. But also the experiences that hurt us could have been something someone said, somewhere where we maybe did something wrong, by far also affects us and makes us hesitant or afraid to embrace certain situations or conversations because we're worried about reliving that situation again. So I want us to talk today about trusting yourself, that you are fully capable, and that the past is there to teach us and to reflect on, but it is not meant to hold us back from the future. So let's dive in. Are you too busy to prep healthy meals? Do you feel self-conscious about your body and your clothes not fitting right, but you don't have time to work out? Does your life feel unorganized and messy? Do you wish you had routines and habits that made health simple, even with your busy schedule? I know, I've been there. Hi, I'm Shannon Marquita, and no one ever really taught me how to eat healthy. I didn't know anything about nutrition, so I found myself eating whatever was easy, which definitely impacted my energy, weight, and focus. That's why I created this podcast, to show you that through healthy habits and time management, you can know you're doing health right. So stop scrolling social, clicking the ads, and buying all the things. Let's grab our Americano and pop in our AirPods. It's time to solve the real problem together. Welcome home. A fresh start awaits. The past is so interesting to me. Like what our brain chooses to remember, how it chooses to remember it, how it affects us, and then also the situations where we know we were there. The instance occurred, but your brain literally kept no memory of it. Isn't that so fascinating? What I've realized over the years through myself as well as other people in my life, that it's a protective mechanism. So different situations we've experienced, especially ones that are not positive, our brain as a coping mechanism doesn't hold on to them. Like, I don't want you to relive it. It wasn't good for you. Let's just move on. Now, what's also interesting is the more that we heal, it's like those memories are there and they get unlocked. And it's like, oh, I do remember that. Oh, I do remember how I felt or what happened, or that makes more sense. And I appreciate my brain blocking that off until I was ready to address it. So today, what I want us to talk about is trusting ourselves. Because a lot of times when we are looking back into the past, it's not always with a positive memory. It's about replaying conversations, situations, wondering, why did I say that? Or I can't believe I did that. Or, oh my gosh, I hope nobody remembers that happened. And that's not healthy, because we're constantly then shaming ourselves. We're living in a place of embarrassment and guilt, and that is not anything that I want for anyone. Something I once read said, when you're healed, you tell the story differently, without the judgment, without the drama. You accept it as if you chose it. You have a sense of humor and lighthearted approach to what once seemed serious because you learned its lesson and since realized its purpose. Life is hard, but it's also beautiful. We need to heal so we no longer feel the need to prove our worth. We need to heal so that we realize everything we do is not wrong. We do say the right thing. We do show up to situations and handle them properly. Yes, we all make mistakes. Yes, we wish we could go back and change certain instances or exchanges or say that something different and live with less regret. But we can't walk around in a place of tiptoeing and hoping that nobody notices what we're doing or saying or that we even exist. Like, you are so amazing. You have so much value to offer. Just because you wish you could change something about a certain situation, whether how you showed up, what you said, anything. We all have that in our minds. Trust me, I can think back to middle school, elementary school, things that were said or done that I wish, you know what, I wish that I did that differently, but I can't go back. And it helped form me and shape me into the person that I am today. And if I've given the opportunity, I have apologized. Now, it's also funny because most people are like, what are you talking about? I don't remember that at all, which is also wonderful. But you have to give yourself credit that you made that decision in the moment based on who you were then. You are not that person anymore. You grew from it, you learned from it, and we need to move on in a healthy way so that we can keep becoming who we are meant to be. If we are constantly walking around in a place of shame and regret and embarrassment, I can assure you, you are not living the life you are meant to be. So you have to trust yourself. You have to trust that you learned the lesson. You have to trust that you're doing the work to heal, that you are reflecting, that you are handling situations better, that you are making better choices for what to say, how to approach a situation, how to handle an experience. And we're all going to mess up. I still do embarrassing things pretty regularly. And I relive them because that's how my brain works. I literally woke up last night in the middle of the night thinking of an exchange I had with a friend. And I texted her this morning and I said, so you probably haven't thought about this again, but I literally woke up in the middle of the night thinking about it. And I talked with her about it. And obviously she started laughing and she said, and I thought I was an overthinker. But it's just like when your heart is good, you want to make sure there's no room for miscommunication. So yeah, sometimes I do over-explain, especially for the relationships that matter the most to me, because I always want to make sure you knew where I was coming from and what I meant. And of course she said, yep, you're absolutely right. I never gave it a second thought. I knew what you meant. I know your heart. And she just kind of laughed and we're good to go. That's what I want for you. I want you to have full confidence in who you are, how you're showing up, how you're handling your relationships, and just your entire life. And that all stems from a place of trusting yourself. But by trusting yourself, it also requires doing the work to heal. Looking back on some of those situations of why did I respond that way? Why did I say or do that? For me, even back all the way to the example of elementary school and middle school that I can think of is I was trying to fit in. I thought I was being cool, but gosh, when I think about it now, I was being so mean. And if I ever said that again, or things that I said, if certain people heard, it would make my heart so sad. So yeah, I had to work through that. I had to forgive myself. I had to be grateful that my friendships were stronger than those moments of me trying to fit in. Doing the right thing is what you need to do. Making the choices that are right for who you are now and who you're becoming, and honoring your relationships and your priorities, that's what you need to do. And you need to trust yourself. Not all relationships are going to last forever. Not all situations are going to last forever. But you do have to live with yourself. And so you do need to learn to trust yourself and make the right decisions for you and your life and your future and your circles and who you want to be and how you want your life to continue to unfold and build. So I hope you found value in this episode. Anyone you can think of that is working on healing, trusting themselves, please send this to them, because there is just so much value in realizing we're not living in the past. And if you find that you are, you need to bless and release. But it is there to reflect on and to continue to form us into who we're meant to be. And a lot of that starts with healing and forgiveness and moving forward confidently, because you are fully capable of everything that you want in this life. I hope you guys are having a good week. Talk with you soon. If this podcast helped, challenged, or inspired you in some way, I would love it if you'd do me a huge favor and leave me a review over on Apple Podcasts. It helps me to hear from you and know how this is best serving you. And go ahead and screenshot this and share it in your stories. Tag me at Shannon Marquita. That's ShannonMarqueta. And send it over to a friend in a text who is ready for healthy changes in her life too. Let her know that this episode might serve her as well. I am just so grateful for you and would love to hear from you. Come hang out and let's connect over in my Facebook group, bit.ly.com/afreshstart, or send me a message. I look forward to seeing you back here in a few days.